Alright, so we're going to identify functions today. What is a function, what is not a function? So, a function is a rule that assigns each input to exactly one output. Functions occur when every x value is associated with exactly one y value. They are saying the exact same thing. So your input is your x value, your output is your y value. All right, so we're going to determine what is a function when we have a table or ordered pairs, looking at a graph, and then a mapping, okay? So to test whether or not a table or a set of ordered pairs represents a function, look to see if each input or your x value has exactly one output, which is a y value. Okay, so let's look at an example. So if we look at number 1 and number 2, okay, we're determining whether or not the following representations are functions and why. So if we're looking at a table, here does each x value, are we good? So each input or x value have exactly one y value. Each x value, so a -2, 7. Is there another -2 for an x value? No. There's only one -1, right? 1, 1, 1. So is this a function? Yes. Because each x value has exactly one, right? Each x value has exactly one y value. Number 2, we have a set of ordered pairs. So let's look at that. Is this a function? Look at your x value, since it has exactly one y value. So this is our x, right? This is our y. So exactly one x value has exactly one y value? No. Because the input of your x value, -2, has what? Has 2 different y values. Questions? Clarify anything? Okay, so this is determining a function in a table and with ordered pairs. Okay, let's look to determine if a function, looking at a graph, so if a graph represents a function, it should be able to pass a vertical line test. And vertical goes up and down that way. This means that any vertical line drawn on the graph should intersect the graph at exactly one point. So let's see, number 3, we have a graph. Notice that these are your x values, right? This is your x-axis, right? And so x is here, right? Or down, right? This is 0, 0, right? So notice when we draw the line, it goes through the x. How many times? Does it go more than once on the line? On our curvy line? Does it pass the vertical line test? Yes. Do we understand? No. Okay. It goes through, when we draw our line, it goes through exactly one point in the graph. Each time we do it, it goes through it one time. Are we good? our line was like this, we did a vertical line test, does our line go through one point? No. It goes here, 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 and here. So if this was, say, x -1, you have how many negative ones? 1, 2, 3, 4, right? Okay, so this is a yes. This would not be a function. Are we good? Do you see the difference on that one?
Yep.
Okay, just by looking at the graph. Okay, so let's look at an example of mapping. Each x value must connect to only one y value. Make sure that there isn't more than one arrow leaving an x value. How many arrows can leave an x value? One. Remember, one x value for one y value. So let's look at example number 4. Is this a function?
No.
Why? Make sure there's one arrow leaving an x value. Is there one arrow leaving each x value? Is there? Yes. You see there's only one arrow leaving an x value. We're good with that? And why? Because we said each x value connects to exactly one y value. Okay? So a function, one x value for every one y value. Can there be more than one x value connecting? No. How many? Just one. Are we good? So turn it over. So with your table, you're going to do 5 through 10. Exactly what we just did together. Okay? You're going to put yes or no. Are they a function? I want to know why. Are we good? Then, down here, you're going to work with a shoulder partner. Are we good? So everybody has a partner. You are going to come up with an example and non-example. Then you're going to switch papers and you're going to check your partners and make sure it's correct. Are we good? Okay, so what are we doing up here? 5 through 10 is with your entire table. And then down here, example and non-example is with a partner. Okay, complete your own example and non-example, then let your partner check to see if you're correct. Okay, so I'll see where you're at in 5 minutes. It'll take you probably longer than 5 minutes if you have to switch and check. Okay, questions on what you're doing? All right, go for it. All right, number 5. Is this a function? The ordered pairs. Yes. Why? What'd you write? Good. One x value for every y value. Number 6? No. Why? Good. -7 is used twice, right? It's one time, right? Number 7. Yes or no?
No.
Why?
The line is everything.
Yeah, the vertical line test passes through 3 times in that example, right? So that means there's 3 x values when there should be 1. Didn't realize I gave y'all this example. Okay, number 8, yes or no?
Yes.
Yes. Because it passes the vertical line test. It goes through the line 1 time, each time, right? So that means there's 1 x value. Number 9. No, why? Good. 9 is used. There's 2 x values for 9. Yeah. What about number 10? The mapping.
No.
No, why?
15 has 2 arrows.
Yes, right here, 15 has 2 arrows. It can be only used 1 time. All right, so everybody's answers are going to vary here, and so I'm going to need 1, 2, 3, 4 volunteers. You fill in the example and non-example for ordered pairs. And then we'll all kind of check. If you didn't get here, make sure you go ahead and fill it in. I think this is, yeah, closer. Good. And the non-example, please. I'm sorry. For example, is correct. There's one x value for every y value. That's a good non-example. The x value 4 is used more than once. Let's give her one big clap. 1, 2, 3. All right. Who wants to come share their table with us? Example and non-example. Did she use one x value for each y value? Yes. Now let's look at a non-example. Did she use one x value for every y? No. We see 5 repeated. Good. You want me to clap? 1, 2, 3. Who would like to come up here and draw a graph to kill? Aiden, is it mapping? Sure. Okay. Okay, good. Okay, that one was already used, but we'll go with it. All right, go on, give me a clap. 1, 2, 3. All right, mapping. Come on down.
They just came to me.
Sure. It's kind of small circles there. Good. One x value for every y value. And a non-example. Good. Good. Give them one big clap. 1, 2, 3. All right, get out of the device. We're going to play a Kahoot. Is it a function?